dear student, that in my last class I already completed that about the chapter urbanization and only the exercise question answers this should be. Now I just rewind it whatever the things that we have to read from this chapter. First of all, that we have to read about the what is urbanization. Now what is the urbanization? That when a large amount of the area that come under the urban region, and day by day the urban region or the cities and town it extend its place, that is called the urbanization. Now urbanization, how it impact on the industrial revolution? So before we say this answer, we have to know about the what is industrial revolution. What is the industrial revolution? When the many industries are start to open together within the short period of time, that is called the industrial revolution. Now when this industrial revolution occur and the many industries are open together, that time those especially it occur first at the Britain, that time from all the goods were on the same time the British peoples are ruled in all over the India. That time they all the foreign product they have to bring it to our India or our country. And all the people they have to attract to the factory goods, because these goods are very cheap cost and very for good finishing also. So those are the peoples, they are the Indian people, they want to buy only the foreign product. And the Indian small agri or the small those are the factories or industries or small scale industries which will be totally collapsed. Now those are the peoples are doing their involved with this work or the skilled workers. They have to leave the place and they went or they migrate into the another place for the searching of job. Especially they went into the cities and town where they get the sufficient amount of job, and the result is the urbanization. Now the next is that you have to read from here. That is what are the pull factor and the push factor. What are the pull factor? Like the employment opportunities or the job factories in the more than farming. Either the extension of the improve the housing services, electricity, water supply they not get in a sufficient amount. Sometimes people are wait for that. Either the availability of the education opportunity or the hospital they not get in it properly. That time also people they move. So these are the different the pull factor that are attract or the better lifestyle, better standard of living. These are the things that they attract to the people, and the peoples they have to migrate into the cities or the town or the urban area. And day by day the urban area is being increased as a result of the urbanization. Now the next is the push factor. The pressure on the land is not enough for the people to live on. Sometimes for the people when they increase, that can get the peoples they not get the poor quality of life. They have to think they are doing the hard work. So sometimes they want for the better lifestyle they have to migrate into the cities and town. If they in the village area not get the proper of the educational facilities or the health facilities, that time also people decided that they have to migrate into the cities and town also. Now next is those are the lack of infrastructure. Those are the infrastructure is being present, it not in a proper amount. So for this lack of infrastructure also that the people they have to migrate from one place to another place. And also you can say the lack of education, health problem. For the reason also people they have to migrate, and the result is they have to move from the village to the cities and town. And day by day the urban area is being extended, and the result is the urbanization. And next the positive impact of urbanization. What are the positive impact? That sometimes when the peoples they start to move into the region, that time they have to more amount of peoples they have to start to, so those are the factories, industries, they don't need to find out any workers, they get the worker very easily within the very cheap cost and the very good skilled workers. And the second is when the peoples they have to migrate, large amount of migrant peoples they have to start to live. Those are the schools they will fill with their children. Now the third is that when the number of people say increase, those are the resources are present, it will be utilized in a proper amount. So these are the different causes or the different impacts of the urbanization, the positive impact. Now what are the negative impacts? Like the uncontrolled expansion. Day by day when the number of people increase, that time the expansion of the urban area we cannot stop. The second is the high density of the population. That when the number of people is increased, that time the density of the population density is also being increased. Now the housing, those are the housing area, the people are start to live in more amount. And the slums. Slums, you know that why the slums is formed. That when the village people, so when they went to migrate to the cities and town, that time they did not get the sufficient place inside the cities and town. So where they start to live, but they have to live to the very near from the close to the cities and town. So they start to live beside the roadways and the railways tracks in the unhealthy condition, and that is called the slums. And also the unemployment. When the peoples are not get the sufficient, because the number of peoples are more, so job competition will increase. So peoples are not get the sufficient amount of job in the region, and the result is the unemployment. And also the transport, water and sewage problem, that all the peoples are not get the water supply properly, or the transportation get the pollution, or those are the garbage disposal, that the garbage is not disposed in a proper amount, and the crime rate will be increased when the peoples are not get the sufficient job. That time anyhow they have to earn money, so they have to involve in the crime. And the two more important things that are about the satellite city and the smart city. What is the satellite city? Those are the small cities or towns are built beside the metropolitan city, are known as the satellite city. And what is the smart city? Those are the internet-based city, are known as the smart city. Okay, so I hope you have to understand about it and their characteristics, their differential, you have to complete. So today I have to share. Next year we will discuss analytics.